Okay, I am going to try to explain how to do the split rings. I have only been tatting for about a month, so I'm very much a beginner. But this is a pretty simple technique, just a little bit fiddly sometimes. And please forgive my little setup here. I don't do videos like ever. But so I just started with one ring and then wove the others through it. And I'm going to show you starting with this one right here. So I'm going to pull this through a little bit actually. I'm going to pull this yellow one through the black one so that I can start right here at the edge of this one rather than having a gap in between. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set aside the black thread right now. I'm going to take the yellow thread and I'm just going to put the first shuttle off to the side over here. So you can see it's just kind of dangling off the side here. And then the second shuttle, I'm going to make my loop right here. Hopefully you can see that. And wind out enough thread to use this. And so then I'm just going to tat a normal ring. Forgive my technique, it's pretty beginner. So I'm gonna pull that as snug as I can. And then I'm just gonna tat that ring. Oh, sorry, second part of that stitch. I can't talk and focus at the same time. So once you've got that first stitch pretty snug, then you'll just continue. And I'm doing 7 right now on each side. So this is 2. Six. Seven stitches there. And then I'm going to just make sure that I don't have any flip stitches or anything. So I'm going to just make sure that it pulls through okay. And it does, it's fine there. So then I'm going to pull it out enough that I can get it around my hand. And I'm going to lay this one over on the side and pick up my other shuttle. And then I'm just going to kind of put all of this stuff out of the way back behind my hand here so that it's kind of not in my way because I'm going to tat on this side of the string now. And so what you're going to do is you're going to start on the top. So you're doing the second half of the double stitch. So you go over and under. And then you just don't flip it, just snug it up right there. So this string is still going to be your core thread. It's going to go through both sides of this. So I'm going to snug it up here and then I'm going to do the first half. So I'm going to do the underneath part and snug it up there. So I'm going to do 7 of those. This is 3. And you may want to test as you're going along and just make sure that that thread still moves because I have flipped the stitch here in the past. And how many did I said that was 3. So remember to do the top first and then underneath. So that's 4, 5. And this part right here, I don't really have a very good like tatting technique for this. I'm just kind of doing it and holding it with the left hand. It's kind of like if you made bracelets in middle school. It's a similar kind of just holding the one and tying the other around it. That should be 7. Yeah, so that's 7 stitches. Okay, so then I'm going to set this one down, and this is the part where I'm weaving the pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the black thread and make sure that I'm continuing the same pattern here. So that's going to go through here. So I'm just going to grab these shuttles and put them through right here. So you can see it's coming up through this. And then I'm going to grab the thread that is my core thread and just start tightening that ring. And you can see this is kind of through now. So I'm tightening the ring around it. Now to do the next ring, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before by just pulling this one through a bit to give me that end where I can work right there at that end instead of kind of trying to loop through. So that gives me the little edge where I can snug that next knot right up to it. So that is the split ring and this little woven split ring bracelet pattern that I'm doing. Thanks.